Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Hey guys, it's Robert from the College Investor here, and I am excited to talk to you today about the best online banks for your money. Now, I love online banking. I stopped using a brick and mortar bank years ago, and I am so glad that I haven't gone back because honestly, online banks, they never make you wait in line. You typically don't have to deal with fees, and their minimum requirements are super easy to meet if they even have any. So if you are looking for a bank that really works for you, an online bank could be your solution. Now, almost every bank today offers some type of online banking options, but what I'm talking about here are banks that operate solely online with no actual branch locations, or maybe like one or two in the whole entire country. It's like usually their headquarters. These banks will offer most of the products that you would find at traditional banks: checking, savings, CDs, money markets. A few even offer mortgages and insurance. But without the overhead of having a physical location, online banks can typically pass the savings on to you, who will find that you'll get lower fees, added benefits, and sometimes you'll get the interest rate on your savings accounts and even on your checking account will be higher than what you'll find at traditional banks or even credit unions. So what should you look for when it comes to online banking? Well, number one for me is always no fees. I hate paying fees for anything, and most online banks don't have any fees. Plus, they should have great online solutions for you. For example, you should be able to scan your checks in online, you should get reimbursed for ATM fees, and more. So, with that being said, what are the advantages of using an online bank? It could sound tedious to you. Well, there's a few things that are definitely you see across the board when it comes to online banks. The number one is better interest rates. Online banks tend to offer better checking, savings, and CD interest rates, usually 0.5% or more compared to what traditional banks currently offer. Another standout is low or no fees. Because they reduce overhead costs, they usually have very low or no fees. And most of the online banks that I've seen and the ones that I use are very user-friendly. They have mobile apps, great websites, and even if you're not super tech savvy, you should be able to figure out how to use these online banks. Now, what are the disadvantages of online banks? Well, the biggest disadvantage is simply depositing cash. So if you have checks, you could usually scan those in on your phone. But if you have cash, it's really hard to deposit cash. Now, there are banks that have ATMs that let you deposit cash into the ATM. For example, USAA is one of those, but it still can be tedious if you get a lot of cash and do a lot of cash business. So if you're still dealing with a lot of cash, one, you need to figure out why. But number two, an online bank might not be the best thing for you. Second, some of the online banks really do have limited product offerings. So if you're looking for mortgages, personal loans, or brokerage accounts, your choices are limited. But you should also probably not be looking for those things at your bank because typically your bank is not going to be the best solution for any of those things. I'm a big believer that a bank should be a bank and you should do home loans, brokerage accounts, and other things elsewhere. And then the other thing is there's no personal interaction. This is not a problem for most people. I don't want to talk to anyone at the bank. But you know what? There are some people there that really do want customer service. They want to sit down, look their banker in the eye, and talk about things. And you're not going to get that with an online bank. So keep that in mind as you go through this. So, what are the best online banks? Well, I'm not going to go through them here. We honestly put together a huge list of banks for you. If you go to today's episode, which is thecollegeinvestor.com/episode 24, you will find a list of all of the best banks that we have online, including what they're offering and all these different things. So we have about, what is this here? Probably about 15 different online banks that could work for you. You've probably heard of a lot of these online banks: Ally Bank, Barclays, Capital One, USAA, Everbank. All these offer online accounts, and there's definitely some great options for you when it comes to this kind of stuff. So the bottom line is it comes down to your priorities. So if you are looking for higher than average interest rates on your checking and savings accounts, if you're looking for no fees, and if you're okay with doing everything on your smartphone or on the internet, well, there's no reason that you should not be at an online bank today, because you're going to earn more savings interest, you're going to have lower fees, and it's just going to be a better experience for you. So let me know your thoughts. Do you have an online bank? Are you using this right now? Are you thinking about switching? Because now is the time to do it. Some of these banks are even offering really cool incentives right now if you open an account and deposit some money. So I suggest you go check it out on the blog today. And that's thecollegeinvestor.com/episode 24 if you want to check it out. All right, thanks guys. If you like what we're doing here, please leave a review. I really appreciate it. Give me 5 stars and leave a comment on the blog if you have something to say, whether you're using an online bank or not, or you say, I will never use an online bank because XYZ. Let me know. All right, guys, thanks so much, and I will see you next week.